No, ancient Egyptian beads have never been found at the Neolithic Newgrange site. Very cool site, but they haven't been found there. They have been found in later Bronze Age sites in other parts of Europe. So let's talk about it. 3 beads that were found in the collection of the Mosgard Museum in Denmark were discovered to probably have been made in Egypt or Mesopotamia. One was found by a farmer in a burial mound urn in 1892, and 2 others were actually excavated in a Bronze Age tomb in 1962. Now, this archaeologist knew that the Bronze Age Danish people did not have access or the technology to make a blue glass like this. They were a more tribal, agricultural society in small settlements and didn't even have a written language at that time. So there were suggestions that it could have come from Switzerland or other places in the Mediterranean, but essentially they had to consult with somebody who was an expert in glass. When they were able to take a sample of one of these beads, they discovered that it actually originated from Mesopotamia, which then sparked a much larger investigation where they reviewed a total of 293 blue glass beads found over 51 different digs in Denmark. And the study analyzed 23 of those beads and found 2 of them had come from Egypt and the rest had come from Mesopotamia. I will say, as a funny fast fact, the first bead that the archaeologists discovered turned out to be actually a fake, and it was made in Venice in the 1800s, and the farmer that had found it in the urn probably threw it into the mix to get a better price from the museum. The process to discover this is actually amazing. They use a laser pointed at the bead, which melts a microscopic hole in the surface and then creates an air bubble. And then with plasma spectrometry, they use to analyze the chemical makeup of the air bubble, which then can help you discover where this may have come from. The analysis told them that the Mesopotamian beads were made from melted quartz, sand, and ash from Tigris River grass. And one of the oldest came from Nippur, the ancient Sumerian city in what is now Iraq. And then the 2 ancient Egyptian beads actually came from desert cobalt in Amarna. So this is probably sort of the same workshop where Tutankhamun's famous death masks and other items from the Amarna period were made. This implies that there was at least some sort of trading in between Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Northern Europe, though this is probably more indirectly through other groups closer to the Mediterranean rather than an active direct trade network between the Near East and Northern Europe. So yeah, no ancient Egyptian beads have been found at Newgrange, but they have been found in other Bronze Age sites.